So, well, this isn't the video I wanted to do. I'm sorry. I really did want to do that one on boomers, being a boomer, and how we just, the majority of people in Congress are my age and older, and we think different. I don't, because I know I have kids and stuff, and I can see things through their eyes, but the older generation that doesn't understand how things have changed, it's not the same. The old work hard, work harder, and you're gonna get ahead, because we know that's bull now. You can work yourself to death and you still won't get ahead. It's that mindset is changed. People know that's not going to happen, sadly to say. Okay, well, that's probably going to piss some people off. But just going to be a boomer because they still believe that. I just got back from my granddaughter's art show. She's in elementary school, and they had an art show for just the artists in the school. There was probably, gosh, how many were there? It wasn't a lot. It wasn't, like, I think there was just a few from each grade level. They probably had like 10, I think, from each grade. And it goes up to sixth grade. So yeah, maybe about 60 pieces. But the pieces that they had, well, hello. He heard me talking, so he had to come. Anyway, there was like maybe 60 pieces, but they were really good. And these are kids in elementary school. And of course, my granddaughter's was one of the better pieces, but she's an artist like her papa. So that was really enjoyable. I really liked doing that. But you know what's not enjoyable? What doesn't make me happy? Is working really hard on a video, pouring my heart and soul into this video, and then deleting it. And my daughter had just showed me how to find things that you delete, because it's something that I do on a regular basis. And it didn't work. It's gone. You know what I mean? I double deleted it or whatever. And all I can think is that it was the universe's way of telling me that it was terrible. It wasn't as good as I thought. Maybe I shouldn't have put it out. I don't know. But I'm trying not to get myself all upset and stressed about it. It's like, just let it go. Just let it go. It was on the boomer generation, and how the younger generation kind of resents my generation, and understandably so. And I agree with them. I get where they're coming from. Even though I don't feel like I contributed to that, I'm still part of that. And I reaped the benefits from being in that generation. So I get it, but I just wanted to make a video and let them know, I understand their frustrations and stuff. And I agree with it. I totally understand what these next generations are dealing with, and I can appreciate it. So, but I'll have to try again some other time. I can't recreate it. It has to be organic. I don't write a script. I just speak my mind as I'm feeling it. And it wouldn't have been the same. I would have been trying to remember exactly what I said, and the magic wouldn't have been there. So some other time. So tonight, instead, off the cuff, I'm thinking about happiness and unhappiness, and what causes us to feel happy or unhappy. And personally, honestly, I've always believed some people are just predisposed to being happy and others aren't. I mean, there's things that we can do that cause happiness or unhappiness. And, there's books you can buy on how to be happy and do these things, and, and they help. But ultimately, you either are or you aren't. I know some people that have the world at their feet. They should be totally deliriously happy, and they're not. And then there's other people, you see people in these poor countries that have almost nothing, and they're all totally happy and content. So I don't think it's necessarily something that you do. You can't necessarily create happiness. It's just who you are. For the majority of my life, I've always been a happy person. The only times that I wasn't happy, I did go through depression, was when I lost somebody I loved. The first time was when my mom passed away. I went through a severe depression for almost a year, and I could not pull myself out of it. No matter what, I tried. I was doing all the happy things. It's like, I got to bring myself out of it. I need to be grateful for the day and focus on, what I've got and my loved ones and, all that stuff. It didn't work. It didn't work. I had to go get on medication, which, now I wouldn't do that. But back then, I had no choice. It was the only thing that helped. And then I went through it again, about a year and a half ago when my sister died. Um, Super depressed. I didn't go on any antidepressants that time, but I recognized what was going on. And a lot of it was also because I was very sick at that time. I'd already been sick before she passed, and it just got increasingly worse. And then, of course, my daughter moved out, my granddaughter. And so I knew why. But it wasn't easy to just snap my fingers and pull myself out. I had to work really hard um, on pulling myself out and trying to be happy again. And it took a while. And that's another big factor for being happy is it's being healthy, because that affects you mentally as well as physically when you're unhealthy. And that's where I was at. But I was able to turn it around, and for the most part now I'm happy. When I did the other day, I did the community post, and I was asking people, are you happy? Are you very happy? Somewhat happy? Are you content? Are you neither content nor happy? And I was surprised. I was surprised at the responses. I thought more people would say they were happy, but it turns out that the most people said 37%. I think it was 117 people answered, and 37% of the people said they were content. Only a small percentage, let's see if I can find it, said that they were very happy. That was the smallest percentage. The next one was somewhat happy. 25% of you said you were somewhat happy, but 37% said they were content. And then 25% were neither happy nor content. 36% was content. 25 was somewhat happy, and 14 was very happy. And I thought more people would have said they were very happy. But I mean, it's understandable in today's society with things going on. I understand why people wouldn't be happy, but um, it really surprised me, the people that said that they were neither happy nor content. You're going to knock this over. Um, so yeah, that was kind of sad. Really, I hate thinking that there's a lot of people out there that are neither happy nor content. And like I said, I don't think it's something that you can really change just by doing, focusing on, the positive in your life, and um, being grateful. And those things help, but still, again, if you're not predisposed to being happy, I don't know if you ever will be. And it just got me curious, how many people are unhappy naturally, have always felt unhappy. Are are there people like that are just going through life and they're just unhappy? They've always been unhappy and nothing has made them happy. It's the same with people that are happy. Have you always been happy? What makes other people happy? I know for me, it's little things. And happiness comes in bits and pieces. It's not a sustained thing. I'm content for the most part, but I do have a lot of happiness. And it's simple things. Nature. When I'm out in nature, that always makes me happy. Being creative and making beautiful things, that makes me happy. People, like well, people that I love, not just random people, but good people, but my family and friends, people that I love, that makes me happy. Freedom, having freedom to do the things that I want to do, that makes me happy. Um, Money doesn't come into it, surprisingly. Money does make me feel content. There was a time before all the series of unfortunate events unfolded, we had a lot more money. And at that point, I remember just thinking it was nice. It was a nice feeling because I felt secure. It gave me security. I always felt like we would be able to cover any events that happened. And I knew that I would always have a roof over my head and food. And, it was a comfortable feeling, but it didn't necessarily bring happiness. Um, and then when that money dwindled, my happiness level was still the same. I mean, now I'm more worried about how long my money will last into the future, but it hasn't really affected my happiness level. I'm still happy. And I think a lot of it is because I still have all these wonderful memories and I still have all these wonderful people in my life. And I have my health. That's a big factor for being happy is feeling good and being healthy. That's definitely in the top 10. And the things that make people unhappy, the things that cause unhappiness were stress. People get stressed out, and that obviously makes you unhappy. Being in a job that you hate, not feeling appreciated, comparing yourself to others, hanging out with negative people, not having confidence. But I just, it's so funny when you see people selling happiness. They're like, buy my book or, buy my video, and they're going to teach you how to be happy. It's all the same things. They all say the same thing, so it's stuff we know. We all know these things, but it doesn't make it any different if you aren't naturally happy. I don't think anything you do is going to make you happy. It might make you feel better, make you more content, but I don't know that any of that is going to take a severely or even just a mildly depressed person and you follow these rules, you're going to be happy. I don't think it works like that. Drugs don't make you happy. Alcohol doesn't make you happy, although I guess those things bring some sense of happiness to people for a brief period of time. I can't drink alcohol. I'm allergic to it. It makes me hot and flushed, and then I feel kind of sick, and then I pass out. Because I've tried off and on through the years. I always think maybe I've outgrown it by now. I'm gonna have a margarita or something, and for like maybe briefly a few minutes, I feel like a little bit of a buzz, what people must feel, and then my face gets flushed, I get hot, and the next thing I know, I don't feel good, and then I pass out. It always makes me tired. It's so unfair because I see so many people just have so much more fun when they're drinking and socializing and stuff. I just never had that, so I always felt like such a stick in the mud, at parties and when we'd have people over, because I was the designated driver, and I know everybody just thought I was a square or whatever you want to call it, but it's just, I'm allergic to alcohol. It's not fun. Don't enjoy it, but I guess it's good. At least I didn't have to ever worry about, getting addicted to it or becoming an alcoholic, because that did run in parts of my family. People did have issues with it, so maybe it was a fortunate thing. So, well, this isn't the video I wanted to do. I'm sorry. I really did want to do that one on boomers, being a boomer, and how the majority of people in Congress are my age and older, and we think different. I don't, because I know I have kids and stuff, and I can see things through their eyes, but the older generation, that doesn't understand how things have changed. It's not the same, the old work hard, work harder, and you're gonna get ahead, because we know that's bull now. You can work yourself to death and you still won't get ahead. It's that mindset is changed. People know that's, not gonna happen, sadly to say. Okay, well, that's probably gonna piss some people off. But just gonna be a boomer because they still believe that. Well, anyway, I feel happy tonight. Like I said, I went to my granddaughter's art showing, and that was fun. I got my granny jammies on and my ugly, old, dirty, funky slippers. They're so comfortable. And I've got my keto hot cocoa that I make on the weekends in one of my favorite cups. I have three now, and two of them are from my daughter-in-law. Isn't she a doll? So yeah, my husband glued back the one, but you can't use it. So, but I still love it. I've got it on the shelf over here. I'm never going to get rid of it. So, but yeah, I'm feeling happy other than that stupid video that I deleted. Ugh. And I'm looking forward to this weekend. I think it's going to be a nice weekend. But you guys, yeah, tell me what makes you happy. I want to know. Are you a naturally happy person? Do you have to work at it? What makes you unhappy? Um, do you think that people are just born? Some people are born happier than others. They've done studies on twins, and they were brought up in the same household, and one was just really happy and the other one wasn't. It was like one of those 60 minutes specials or something. I remember seeing it and I thought that was very interesting, very enlightening. So yeah, that's why, one of the reasons I believe that. So I'm going to let you guys go. My hot chocolate's it's cold chocolate now. I'm going to go heat it up in the microwave, and I'm going to go watch my favorite videos that make me happy. The ones about everybody camping in the snow, and I love those, and I'm all back into the van life again. Since I've been talking about it, I got myself all into it, looking at these vans these people are putting together. Oh my God. I want to do that so bad. I get van fever, and then, with spring and all that, I'm just about to lose my mind. I like those, and the homesteading videos, watching people do the off-grid thing. It's just, I want to do something like that. I'm ready. Like I said, it could just be spring. So, but anyway, I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna go watch those. You guys answer my questions if you can. I would appreciate it. I love hearing from you guys. You guys are, I love reading the comments. I really do. I appreciate it. I feel like I get to know people whose paths I would have never crossed if it wasn't for YouTube. And so when I see your comments and you share parts of your life with me, yeah, it's so awesome. It's just, you guys are great. I really appreciate it. So yeah, keep them coming, and I will see you in the comments because I do answer them. So I will see you there. Have a great weekend, guys.